On the Nostr versus legacy media, there was a time, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, like obviously the size of the audience over on Nostr, just in terms of sheer number of users that are on that protocol versus like centralized platforms right now, is small. But what I will say is at one point in the past couple of weeks, I actually had in one instance, number of Nostr viewers live surpassed number of live YouTube viewers, partly because YouTube sometimes throttles my videos depending on the content, whereas Nostr is just, there is no almighty algo to define what is hot and what is not, and what is worthy of listening to and what is not. And so that was very interesting to see. And so I really hope to see that pick up more, where more people start streaming directly to Nostr. And it's tough right now because I want to educate people, and part of that is reaching out to people that aren't currently already down the rabbit hole as far as even finding Nostr. So I'm in a way, I kind of have to remain exposed to these legacy platforms, but I do think it's worth kind of maybe having some content that just goes there. That is exclusive to this new protocol that I think is more important than these legacy platforms. And yeah, so anyways, if anybody happens to watch this on a legacy, on X or on YouTube or something like that, I'd encourage you to make the leap and give it a try. And it's early days, but the speed of innovation that's happening over on Nostr and the promise just of not having to be beholden to anybody is so important in the world that we're living in right now, as it's just constant bullshit information being fed to us. And if you try to call it out, back to Brandon's point of everything being cooked and all of the information being bad, and the governments and news agencies flailing because shit's going bad and they got to make it look good. If you want to avoid that and you don't want to be penalized for calling it out when you see it, then examine Nostr. Go and check it out. I think it's well worth it. Today's Bullish Bit was brought to you by Bitcoin Well. I love how they make buying Bitcoin simple while keeping self-custody a priority. You can sign up today by scanning the QR code on the screen or clicking the link in the show notes.